The bedside clock glowed 12:17 a.m., its dim red digits slicing through the thick darkness of our bedroom like a quiet alarm. No one dared to answer. The air was heavy, unmoving, as though it too was holding its breath. I lay motionless beneath, the covers back turned toward the door, my body still and obedient. But inside, every nerve in me was screaming. My mind had been chewing on the same thought for hours, replaying the moment like a cursed film on loop. 10 minutes ago, I heard a car roll up the driveway. 10 minutes earlier than she said her hospital shift would end. That detail gnawed at me. The engine cut, the headlights flashed through the window blinds, and I froze. The bedroom door opened softly. The mattress shifted beneath her weight as she slid in beside me. The smallest motion, but it felt like a tectonic shift. Her presence, once the most comforting thing in my world, now made my skin crawl. Her breath was gentle and slow, threading through the silence. The familiar rustle of bed sheets, something that used to soothe me now, scraped my ears like broken glass. I didn't move. I couldn't. My muscles were locked tight. My hands clenched beneath the blanket. My chest burned, not with fear, but with something sharper. The bitter metallic bite of betrayal. She didn't know I was awake. She didn't know what. I knew, but I knew, and I was drowning in it. Then I heard it. A sharp, sudden inhale, a gasp, barely audible. Her breathing hitched and held like time itself had paused. My eyes snapped open in the dark. Though I didn't move a muscle, I could feel the tension radiating off her like static. She'd found the letter. Slowly, like gravity had shifted in the room, I rolled onto my back and then turned to face her. Moonlight spilled through the window, drawing silver lines across. Her face, her eyes were wide, not with love, not with warmth, but with raw, naked fear. Her hands trembled as she held the single page I had written with more pain than any human should ever have to feel. I watched her lips part, her whole body stiff, as if the paper she held was a snake ready to strike. Her eyes scanned the words, again and again, desperately searching for something redeemable, where there was nothing there for her. No mercy, only truth. The letter was never meant to rage. It wasn't a scream. It was a silent funeral. It held no threats, just facts. Brutal, cold, suffocating facts. It was the exhale of all my heartbreak. Every word was soaked in the hollowness I'd felt for weeks. The silence that had swallowed our home. The glances that had grown shorter. The kisses that had gone dry. And it ended with a single unforgiving sentence. I know about him, Eli. Her eyes snapped to mine, wide and glassy. A flicker of panic, guilt, and confusion all danced in her expression like ghosts. Her voice cracked. How ... How it did. You find out? She asked, barely louder than a breath. I stared straight through her. Does it matter? I replied flatly. My voice held no heat, no tremble, just finality. This was the moment I'd envisioned night after night, sometimes with yelling, sometimes with begging, but the real thing was quieter, dead. She looked like she wanted to vanish. Her hands clenched, the letter tighter as if it might change if she held it long enough. It's meaningless now, I said, my voice steady. I've known for weeks, Eli. The extra shifts that never happened. The whispers on the phone, the perfume you never wore for me. I sat up, tossing the covers aside. She stayed still, frozen in disbelief and dread. I could see tears building in her eyes. Her bottom lip quivered as she finally broke. Please, Steve. I made a mistake. I let the words hang in the air, foul and absurd. A mistake, I echoed, standing now, pulling, assured over my head. No, Eli. You left the coffee maker on one morning. That was a mistake. This was a series of conscious decisions. Every time you texted him, every time you lied to my face, every time you let him touch you, you chose this. And now you get to live with it. She sobbed, a soft, broken sound that once would have shattered me. Now it barely touched me. I was past heartbreak. I was somewhere colder, deeper. She sat upright in bed, tears streaming down her cheeks, her mouth open, but no words coming out. Where are you going? She asked, her voice barely holding together. I tied my shoes to see someone. She didn't ask who. She didn't need to. The drive to his house was a blur. Street lights stretched into blinding lines. My hands clung to the steering wheel like a lifeline. Every mile I drove deeper into this wound. Every second pulsed with rage. Not just at him, not just at her, at everything. At the lie I had called a life. I pulled up outside his house, small, smug, quiet like him. When he opened the door, He was wearing a t-shirt and gym shorts. His face twisted into a stupid, cocky grin, the same one I'd seen in the selfies. On Lee's phone, "Can I help ya?" asked like he didn't already know who I was. I stepped forward, calm as the devil. "Yeah, I'm Steve Ellie's husband." His smirk evaporated. His face drained of color. He moved to slam the door, but I was faster. I kicked it open and shoved my way inside. He stumbled backward, stammering, "Look, man." I cut him off with a shove so hard he hit the wall. My fists followed. All the agony I had buried, all the nights I spent choking on silence erupted through my hands. I punched until my knuckles split, until he begged, until the fear in his eyes matched the emptiness in mine. "You thought you could just take her, that you could crawl into someone else's world and not answer for it," I growled, holding him by the collar. "You think it's a game? This is my life." When I was done, he was crumpled on the floor, moaning. I looked down at him, not with satisfaction, but with disgust. He wasn't worth it. None of them were. I walked out without another word. The night air hit my face like ice. For the first time in weeks I could breathe, but peace didn't come. The following weeks blurred into a mess of legal meetings, divorce paperwork, and splitting everything we had built like some war loot. I moved out, tried to apologize. Messages I never read, left voicemails I deleted before they finished. She had made her bed. Our small town, it did the rest. Word spread like fire. The whispers followed her wherever she went. Her friends, most of them evaporated. The one sprouted. Nurse, the glowing wife, now a walking scandal. And him, he lost everything. Job, friends, his fake charm. Couldn't walk into a gas station without someone glaring him down. The town's golden boy turned cautionary tale. Meanwhile, people looked at me like I was some warrior. Poor Steve. They say so strong, but I didn't feel strong. Felt hollow. I paid bills, went to work, smiled when expected, but inside I was scorched earth. Even now, years later, that night haunts me. The look on her face when she read my letter. The fear, the regret. Sometimes I still ask myself when it all began to slip, when the love we shared started to rot. Was it something I missed, something I said, something I failed to give? But then I see her hands gripping that letter, and I remember, some betrayals don't deserve forgiveness. Some wounds, they never stop bleeding.